when I was elected on May the 2nd, 2011, I was elected by the law-abiding Canadian taxpayers in my riding. I was not elected by those that would seek out to commit acts of terrorism. And I have to tell you that a lot of
point of order, Chair.
Point of order, Ms. James. Ms. Sims.
The reference to terrorism and how it fits into what we're here to discuss right now is an extension with absolutely the contents of what's in Mr. Shorty's bill, because we're here on the main motion. But to start talking about terrorism is, I think, inappropriate and out of line.
Well, it's on the main motion. It's,
there is no reference in Mr. Shorty's bill to terrorism.
Right. You're absolutely right, Ms. Sims.
Thank you.
She's right, Ms. James.
Thank you. And I just wanted to let Ms. Sims know that when I was mentioning terrorism, I was not making mention of it in reference to this bill specifically, but I was trying to make the point that I'm here representing my constituents of Scarborough Centre. And I just want to point out that this particular bill before us, C-425, has garnered more interest from my constituents than many of the other bills that we have done in this committee. And I actually highlighted it in my newsletter recently, and I received positive feedback on this particular bill. And the resounding comments from my constituents is that they absolutely approved of this bill and they wanted it to go further. I have to let you know as well that almost a year ago, our government put in, we actually cracked down on residency fraud and
Point of order, Chair. I don't
citizen.
understand the relevance of this point that the member is making. My understanding is that we're talking about the motion for a request for 30-day extension, and my colleague, Ms. James, is talking about, things that her government has done on public safety that her constituents wrote back to her saying they liked. I don't see the link whatsoever.
Mr. Chair, if I may continue, please. And again, this is the first opportunity I've had to speak. So,
well, you know what?
And I am speaking to the motion.
Ms. Freeman is correct.
I am speaking to the motion because I am requesting that extension.
Just don't get into the bill, because the bill may or may not come at another time. The issue is the motion, which has to do with extending for 30 sitting days.
Absolutely, and that's the point that I'm trying to get across is I'm here to represent my constituents, and they want this bill to go through.